Hi beautiful souls, welcome to Goddess Renaissance. My name is Danielle and I am a goddess guide and tarot reader, and today I am going to be doing a pick a card reading all about your soulmate. So we've got 3 piles here and they are each represented by a crystal. So I'm going to introduce you to each pile and each crystal, and then you can take a moment to kind of tune in and see which crystal speaks to you, and then the timestamps will be below. And you can then just skip straight through to your pile. The reading will be a mix of both tarot and oracle cards, and it will be for either if you are already in a connection, then it might be related to a soulmate that you're with at the moment, so there might be some guidance related to your existing relationship, or if you're not in a connection, if you're single, then it will be all about your future soulmate, and just some general guidance. There'll be some insights into their personality or their what's been going on for them, plus also what's been going on for you, so you can get a kind of feel for whether that's definitely your pile, as well as then what's going on in the connection. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce each pile. So pile 1, we've got the beautiful rhodonite crystal here, this lovely pink and black one. This is pile 1. Pile 2 is the rose quartz crystal. Beautiful rose quartz, hopefully you can see that all right. And pile 3 is this wazite crystal. Green and black job here. Okay, so if you just take a minute to take a really deep breath, perhaps even close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. Just feel your energy sinking down into your body, into the ground. Just come out of your head. You don't need to logically make a decision. Your intuition will pull you in the right direction. It's just a case of trusting it. Take another deep breath in and out. And when you open your eyes, the first pile that you're drawn to, without thinking about it, if it's a certain color, it's a certain crystal, whichever pile you're drawn to, that is the pile for you. Okay, so the timestamps will be below. I'll see you in your pile. Hi pile 1. If you were drawn to this gorgeous little pink and black rhodonite crystal, this is your pile, and this is a reading all about your soulmate. Perfect for Libra season, because Libra is the planet of basically partnerships, essentially, of balance, of harmony, of love, of both finding that sort of inner balance within, that yin-yang balance within, and then certainly once that equilibrium is achieved, then certainly attracting it, manifesting it, seeing that show up then in your outer life in the form of a soulmate or some kind of intimate relationship. So as I mentioned in the introduction, for some of you who are drawn to this reading, you might already be in a relationship, in which case just take the messages as they resonate, in terms of there might be some guidance around things that you could balance out, Libra, for this season in relation to your relationship. If you're single or you're looking for a relationship, then this could be all about a soulmate that will be coming into your life. Now, Libra being ruled by Venus, the goddess of love and beauty and romance and everything, is it's a really powerful time to start thinking about how you can call in a partner if that's something that you would really like in your life, or start balancing those energies within yourself first. So one of the things you can use these types of love readings and soulmate readings for, especially where they are to do with balance, is all to do with finding those aspects within yourself and healing and balancing those aspects within your own self first, so that you can then attract a balanced reciprocal relationship on the outside. So without further ado, I'm going to start with this is the beautiful Jane Austen deck. So it says the message on the front is a truth universally acknowledged. It's a really beautiful deck. It is actually a tarot deck, but I've used it as the I've pulled one card for each of the 3 piles, and this is the overarching energy for your connection, or for this soulmate connection. So for pile 1, your overarching energy is the card Judgment. which is also known as awakening in the tarot. So you can see in this particular deck, it's the woman, sorry, I forget the character's name, from Northanger Abbey, and she's running up the stairs, and it's a bit of a, I think it's a bit of a sort of haunted house vibe going on. And she's running up the stairs, and there's a sense of like, I mean, it's definitely perhaps quite an intense connection. It's a connection that's going to awaken both of you. It's very much a soul or spiritual connection. I mean, my feeling is that for all the three powers, actually, they're all soulmate. I mean, this reading is, I've been guided to call this Who is Your Soulmate? So it's very much to do with a spiritual awakening. Now, for some of you, you might think, I've already gone through an awakening. Like, how much more awakening do I need to do? So it might be either that you're going to be awakening this person, or perhaps there's a deeper level of spiritual awakening or coming into your authentic self that needs to happen. So that's the kind of overarching energy for this particular pile. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'm going to pull some messages. So for your pile, we're going to be pulling some messages from the Goddess Tarot. So that'll give us a little bit of a storyline in terms of what's going on for the two of you. So it will give you a bit of a sense of like if this is relevant to you, or in terms of like if it's something you're already in right now. You might get a bit of an indication through the storyline. And then I'll also be pulling some guidance from, I've got some oracle cards here, so that will give you some additional support, additional guidance for going forward in your connection, what to expect, and so forth. So first of all, we got the Princess of Pentacles. So I feel like this is your energy, so I'm going to put this here. Not any more indicators as to pile one's energy. What's going on for pile one at the moment? What is going on for pile one in this connection? Temptation. Okay. What is going on for pile one in this connection? What is going on for our pile ones in this connection? What is going on for pile ones in this connection? Beautiful. Nine of Wands. Nine of Staves, which is Nine of Wands. Okay. So I'm going to start with you, and then we'll go onto your person, and then we'll look at sort of the connecting energies. So you've got Princess of Pentacles. So this is very much an energy of being very stable and very secure and very very grounded. It could be that you're an earth sign, so you could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. But if that's not in your chart, then that might not be the case. But it might be more that you're perhaps quite concerned with your career at the moment. You're not necessarily in your total queen energy, though. There's a slight innocence, so it could be that you're perhaps a bit younger, maybe still stepping onto that path, or you're there's sort of still some mastery. You're not quite sort of fully in your full sovereignty with what it is that you're doing, but you're getting that. Like princess is still, you're still royal. You still have some sovereignty. You still have some royalty kind of there. So you're still, and it's just such a beautiful card. All the sort of peachy colors, and she's holding this pentacle, which is symbolic of a coin. So it's like symbolic of some kind of financial wealth, security, luxury, opulence, that kind of thing. Physical things that have manifested on the physical plane. So that's your energy at the moment. Yeah, I think also that could also be, this card also reminds me a little bit of the sort of Nine of Pentacles card, in that it's kind of that like single ladies card. So this pile, you could be single right now. It might be that you're not in full intimate relationship with your soulmate. Maybe you've met them, or maybe you haven't met them yet. Because this Princess of Pentacles, I feel like, because you're not maybe in the Queen stage yet, you haven't solidified a connection yet. You're not sort of married or cohabiting or something. You're sort of still in this princess stage of like planting some roots and just kind of waiting for things to take off in your life to a certain extent. But you're really happy. It's like Princess of Pentacles. It's like you're quite stable anyway. You're really happy. You're quite happy on your own anyway. You're happy in your own company. You're quite, you've sort of got enough on your own. It's almost like you don't really need someone else to come in and complete that picture, or like support you in any way, in a sort of secure way, because you already you already have a lot of stability within you that you've worked hard to kind of set up. And then we've got temptation here. And I feel like because there's a lot of green energy, it's very heart chakra energy. So there's perhaps this connection, you've met someone recently maybe, and this connection is very tempting. It's very emotionally tempting. It's tempting your heart. It's stirring emotions, and that sort of watery, like also the sacral chakra, which is the related to sexuality and sensuality and desire and things like that. So there might be a fair bit of like physical temptation going on in a recent connection that you've met someone, but I feel like it's more like a heart connection with this predominance of green here. And then you've got 9 of Wands here, which is this woman sort of, she's holding one wand. There's like 8 wands behind her, and she's holding one, kind of looking out into the future. So in the traditional tarot, 9 of Wands can sometimes mean kind of you have gone through a bit of a sort of you've gone through a bit of a fight, or you've gone through a bit of a, like, perhaps even carrying lots of burdens, but you're still standing. You've still got a bit of passion left. There's still one wand that you're still holding on to. So I almost think maybe for some of you, this might be ex-lovers or ex-partners that have, like, you look back and you think, oh, you know what, I just kind of want to be in my princess energy right now. I don't know that I can be bothered being, maybe I've got this temptation of this new partnership, but you're sort of looking back like, do I really want that? Because it's like, it's so much work. Do I even want to be in a relationship? Maybe I want to be single, or, have I got enough sort of passion left in me? Have I got enough fight left in me to kind of like go into a relationship? Again, so I'm just going to pull a clarify card on that 9 of Wands and just see what's this in relation to. Wow, yeah, 8 of Swords. So yeah, there's a feeling of entrapment here, that a relationship is going to entrap. Perhaps you felt a bit controlled in past relationships. You might have had a bit of a controlling dynamic, or something that made you feel really trapped and really like, sort of like you are, with this card, there's this energy of like, this woman's lying down, but actually if she stood up, she'd be able to walk through these 2 swords. It's just that you perceive that you're trapped by these swords all around you. And these swords could be representative of anything. They could be, interesting. Okay, so I'm feeling like now there's a story coming out where there's these 8 swords are kind of the same as these 8 wands that this woman's looking back on, perhaps, past relationship wounds. So these are sort of past wounds that have like, really sort of stuck a sword through your heart, or stuck a sword through you in the ground, and made you feel quite like disempowered maybe, in some way, or like you just couldn't quite, perhaps left you feeling really, like, I'm hearing perhaps someone was self-sacrificing a lot, so you might have sacrificed a lot for all these connections. But with this connection, this awakening connection, this is very much to do with like healing and spiritual awakening. So it's like, it's gonna force you to sort of deal with all that, like what's been haunting you, what's kind of kept you bogged down, stuck in the past. You've got to kind of like cleanse all that out and heal that. Okay, so we're going to leave that there. Right, I'm going to look at your person's energy and see what's going on for them. What's going on for the other person? What's going on for their Pile 1 soulmate in this connection? What's going on for Pile 1 soulmate in this connection? What's going on for Pile 1 soulmate? So 3 of Wands. So they could be sort of looking out, waiting for you. Perhaps they're overseas, because there's a person kind of standing looking through, these two wands overseas, over some seas. So it could be that your person's not in the same country as you, maybe. So it could be a long distance connection, or maybe you haven't met them yet. They're sort of waiting for you. There's a sense of them waiting. Three of Staves is kind of, waiting for your ship to come in kind of thing. Two of Pentacles. So they're juggling two options. So it could be that they already have another connection that they're in, but they're sort of deliberating and kind of looking out over the horizon, thinking, actually, where's my power one? Where's my true love? Where's my spiritual connection? My true soulmate? Perhaps this other Two of Pentacles is not it. I'm just going to get a clarify card on that. What's going on with this Two of Pentacles? Princess of Wands. Yeah, I feel like that's more to do with whether this other connection is. It's a more sexual connection. 'Cause Wands is to do with sex and sexuality and sensuality and pleasure and passion and so forth. So, and with this princess, again, it's like another princess. So it's like you're sort of in Princess of Pentacles energy, which is sort of very stable and secure, long term. It's a future, it's a sort of someone you build your future with. Whereas Princess of Wands is more, it's more perhaps passionate, more perhaps sexual, perhaps this other pentacle, this other person that your soulmate is juggling. And it might be that they're not juggling in the sense that like they might not have even met you yet. So I'm not suggesting necessarily that they're carrying on some kind of like two dual thing going on or anything. But if they, if you've maybe met them and you're a friend or something, they may be in another connection already, or they're juggling between, they're sort of in their head, they're kind of thinking between. They're thinking there's someone they may be attracted to physically, that they're either been pursuing or they were with or they are with at the moment. And then there's you over here who either they have met and they've got a sort of more of a stable connection with, a more like long term. They sort of see a long term future with you, or yeah, they haven't actually met you yet, and there's a sense of like they're kind of looking out. Sort of wondering is there something better than this? Is there where's my power one? Where's my soulmate? Any other guidance for the soulmate for power one? What's going on with the soulmate for power one? Please, Spirit, what is going on for the soulmate for power one? Okay. Queen of Cups. Yeah, he sees you as his Queen of Cups for sure. So, you might only see yourself as princess, or you might be in this princess energy right now of like, well, hey, I'm just a happy single lady, and I don't know if I want the temptation of a relationship right now. I don't know if you might sort of think, I don't actually want him to be juggling me. I don't actually want him to be, sorry, I say him. That's very, I don't mean it in a gendered way. I mean, the soulmate could be either him or her, obviously. It's not gender specific at all. Generally, what I'm picking up on is that most of the people who watch these readings are of the feminine collective or the divine feminine collective, which that also is not gender specific. A male or a female can have that feminine energy, identify with the divine feminine collective. It's the feminine that tends to be the one who tends to watch these types of videos and be interested in like, when is my soulmate coming? And it's the masculine of the yin yang. It's the yang who perhaps, more yang, more masculines are definitely being drawn to this kind of thing. It's those lines are for sure melding. So apologies for it was not, when I say him, this could in fact be a female. So take it how it resonates, whatever your soulmate is, whatever gender they identify as, it's that. So he sees you, or she sees you, your soulmate sees you as the Queen of Cups here. So for sure. So you're just the absolute, the Queen of his heart, the absolute, or her heart, the absolute emotional fulfillment. It's he or she is waiting for you. This divine masculine, this masculine counterpart, this soulmate is absolutely waiting for you. Okay, so that gives you a bit of an indication to the tarot. So hopefully that resonated for our power ones. I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you now, just to get some guidance. So, what oracle card can we have for pile 1, for pile 1 themselves? Oracle card for pile 1. Wow, black egg, yeah. So this is all very much about what you're kind of destined to do in the world. So again, this connection being an awakening connection with judgment, or card number 20 in the tarot. Sorry, card number 10 in the tarot. It's all about, yeah, like a spiritual awakening, as I mentioned at the beginning. It's all about awakening you to your truth, to your truest expression of yourself, to, you know, the cosmic egg. The black egg is very to do with, like, you know, the cosmic, what you're sort of fated and cosmically meant to do. So this connection is very much going to activate that within you. Okay, what is the energy? We have an animal oracle card for the soulmate, or for the divine masculine unicorn. Wow, gorgeous. Wow, you both got like spirit animal cards. So you're both very much in sync, and it's definitely a spiritual connection. It's definitely an awakening connection, and this connection is going to awaken you to your truest self in terms of what you're meant to, like, birth into the world. Like, eggs is to do with fertility and giving birth to something, so it's very, very powerful. It's very sort of Black Moon Lilith energy, with it being a black egg though, so I feel like there perhaps is something related to those sort of Lilith themes of shadow work perhaps, or the taboo, or the unseen, or something along those lines. But you know, take it how it resonates. It could be either to do with this connection kind of very much brings you, or activates you, or awakens you to your true purpose, your true cosmic purpose, and what you're meant to birth into the world. And for your counterpart, for your masculine counterpart, your soulmate, it's very awakening him to his uniqueness and his, like, being a unicorn. I mean, it's such a unique you know, creature, you know, and in fact they're not, you know, obviously they're not around on the earth plane, but the spirit of the unicorn is very much that spirit of, you know, being your unique self, you know, being your authentic self, being your it's very sort of like Uranus energy, very like the rebel, the sort of the almost like I'm hearing like the secret holder, like the one who, yeah, it's just very sort of bringing to the fore his like spiritual self, his authentic self, or her authentic self. But that's going to be your soulmate's energy. So that's absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to pick a fairy oracle card as well for both of you. Can we have a fairy card for our pile ones? We have a fairy card for, that's 2. Okay, I'm going to take the top one. So, yeah, wow. What was I saying about sort of Black Moon Lilith? She of the Kruak. It's very similar energy. This is about, like, you know, the goddess and the feminine. And you can see from the, well, hopefully you can kind of see from the structure of this light here, the way it kind of goes out and up. It's like a vessel. It's like the womb, you know, and it almost, you know, it has a similar sort of structure to the female reproductive system, and it is very much to do with coming into your feminine power and like rebirthing yourself as the divine feminine vessel that you are, as the goddess that you are, you know. And with black egg here as well, that's very linked with that too. That sort of, you know, it's got a lot of like pink and purple around the outside, so it's very much that sovereignty and that you know, feminine sovereignty. And she of the Kruak is very much this yeah, like goddess energy, this like receiving divine wisdom, you know, almost like being the vessel to receive these like downloads. So this is definitely going to be an extremely activating, awakening type of connection. If you whether you're together yet or whether you're going to come together, and I'll get a little bit more guidance on that in a moment, but there's definitely this sense of a very strong spiritual, like a catapult. I'm hearing, like whatever you've been sort of separately doing on your own, once you come together, it's absolutely going to like just the union of the two of you is going to activate your like cosmic purpose and his or your soulmate's truest authentic expression of himself or herself. And she of the Karuak is definitely there's going to be, between the two of you, there's just going to be so much light and so much healing as well, and also very like sacral chakra healing, I'm hearing specifically. So because this is quite indicative of the female reproductive system, and in a way the phallus kind of coming through there. So this could be very much to do with, we were talking about these, the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Wands, where you've been through, you're a bit like battle weary, and you're kind of like, I'm still standing, maybe I could do this last round, maybe I could try this last connection. But all these other ones, God, they were a bit of a fight, they kind of kept me down. They were upsetting, there was some traumas or some wounds or some fears or some negative experiences there that you had to go through, in past connections perhaps. But with this she of the Karuak, it's going to be very healing to any wounds that are stored like in your sacral chakra, which is, the energy center that is located in your womb. It looks after like your sexual organs, your fertility, everything like that. And so there's going to be this like healing and clearing through this soulmate, through coming into union like with this soulmate. It's just going to bring so much light to all of that and heal all of that and clear all that and bring you back into your power, so you can anything that's taboo, anything that's been hidden, anything that's been, that sort of black moon Lilith kind of energy, it's all going to be like flashed out and cleared out and healed and balanced. Again, being Libra season, it's all about balance and harmony. And I'll pick a fairy card for your soulmate. Can we have a fairy card for our one soulmate, please? Well, here we go. Thank you. Spirit dancer. Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's just this gorgeous, whoever this person is, it's just this really gorgeous, bright, fabulous energy, with the unicorn being super authentic, and the spirit dancer, which is just, like sort of freedom to like dance. There's a lot of green here, so it's a lot of heart chakra. This person's very connected with their heart. They're very unconditionally loving, and very free and very expressive. So it may be that they, they're just very connected with their body. They may be very, they may be a dancer, in fact, or they may be, or you may meet them dancing. That could be a bit of a sign there, a bit of an indication as to, this person, how you might meet this person or what this person does, and you might go, oh, actually, I've got a friend who does that, and that might be them, or they kind of, I'm hearing like dance with nature, so maybe they work in nature, or they do some kind of nature, they go on a lot of nature walks or something like that, or like they're into like forest bathing, or some kind of an ecotherapist, or they do forestry school or something like that. So it's a lot of green, a lot of earthy energy, but also that sort of free, like flowing kind of dancing, really beautiful dancing energy. So that's the energy for your person. Okay, and I'm going to pull an archetype card for your connection. What is the archetype that... This is from the Kim Krans archetype. Well, I know an archetype deck. What's the archetype for this connection? What's the archetype for this connection? There we go. Wow, the cave, yeah. Yeah, and again, I'm just drawn to the fact, to this whole Black Moon Lilith thing, because she was, banished to her, well, so the patriarchal myths go, Lilith was so-called banished to her, or self-banished to her cave after she refused to submit to Adam, so the patriarchal story goes. But obviously, part of what I do on Goddess Renaissance is to reclaim and retell those goddess stories. So there is more to Lilith's story than that, certainly. But there is an element, though, with Lilith of the cave and of the healing that happens in the cave, and of the need to kind of, the cave as a healing sanctuary, the cave as being a sanctuary within, rather than it being a place to be banished to, and like, because of Lilith was so bad, black egg, Black Moon Lilith, go and hide, go and sort of hide and shame. That was all from, the church, and from like just programming that just, completely misunderstood the whole original meaning behind what that, the cave was for her, which was a place of power and a place of healing and a place of sanctuary and a place of like, really going within. We all have a cave within ourselves, and we often sort of hear it referred to as, like men going to the man cave kind of thing, like, oh, he's gone in his man cave. But like, this is about kind of both of you being in, like, you have your woman's cave, Princess of Pentacles, and also with that Eight of Swords, hiding yourself and shutting yourself down from, relationships because they're past her. But actually, there's light. There's light in that cave. There's awakening, judgment, awakening. There's awakening to be had within that, and this will. It's interesting how in both of these cards there's darkness around the outside, and then there's a moon here, a multicolored moon here, and an egg here, but with darkness around the, right around the edges. So it's sort of like you've perhaps both come from dark backgrounds, or traumatic backgrounds, or difficult past relationships, or something like that, or difficult childhoods, or something where you were forced to shut your true selves down. And I mean, most of us were. That is Western society to by and large extent. But this connection is going to be very healing to that. It's going to bring you out of your caves, out of your man cave and your woman's cave, and bring you into this like healing space together, so that you can find your light within, and you can step into your purpose, whatever that is, in a really strong, powerful way, your cosmic purpose, and your counterpart, your divine masculine counterpart, your soulmate, can be free to be their true selves, because I do feel like if they are in a connection at the moment with this Two of Pentacles and this Princess of Staves here, Princess of Wands, it's not really doing it for them, it's not, they're not really their true selves in that connection. So, they're yearning for that. And this connection, once, this person's waiting for you. And once you're able to come together, then, this person will be able to fully be free to be their true self. I'm just going to pull from the Jane Austen deck a little bit more of an indication on, like, are you together, or are you going to be together if you're not already? Is there some kind of final message on whether this power is together? That one? Nope. Is this power together or going to be together? This person and their soulmate. Is it dynamic? Maybe it's not going to say. Maybe it's for you to find out. Is this person together? Whoop, there we go. Oh, well, it's one of those classic tarot cards that doesn't really confirm or deny either way. It's the Five of Cups card. So there's this, I mean, the message is, you pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope. there's 5 hearts. So I feel like a change needs to take place. With number 5 is the number of change. So if this person is juggling another connection, or in another connection that they're thinking about, they need to perhaps make a change, or you need to make a change in terms of letting go of these past relationships. There could well be some sacral chakra healing that needs to happen, some womb healing, or sexual release healing, sexual armoring. I'm hearing you may have well armored up your sacral chakra or your heart chakra because of pain from the past. So it may be that you haven't been able to call this soulmate fully in yet. So this pile, you could well be single, like I mentioned in the beginning with that Princess of Pentacles, or dating, or you've met this person but you're just friends or something. But very much there's a sense of it being cosmic, a sense of it being a soulmate. It says you pierce my soul, and I do feel like with this person, this soulmate you're dealing with, where they're juggling this Princess of Wands with a Queen of Cups. They see you as the Queen of Cups. So I feel like this is the message from them, saying you pierce my soul. I am half agony, half hope. He's hoping for sure, because 3 of Wands, he is hoping, or she, sorry, your soulmate, whoever they are hoping for you. Absolutely, they're absolutely hoping that their ship will come in, that it will be you, that they'll meet you if they haven't met you yet, or that you'll be together. Now, 5 of Cups in the traditional tarot is normally one person looking at 3 cups that have spilled, that are in front of them, and there's 2 cups behind them. Now, if the person turned around and saw the 2 cups, they would see that actually there is hope. The 2 of Cups is waiting for them. The 2 of Cups is literally, you couldn't get better. You couldn't ask for better, symbology for Libra, because it's all about balance, it's all about harmony, it's all about partnership. 2 of Cups is literally partnership. So in 5 of Cups, or 5 of Hearts, it's really about walking away from those 3 cups. So this could well be a message from your person, from your soulmate, saying, I'm done with this other connection. I'm done with this just being in these sort of sexual partnerships, or just being in something because I'm physically attracted to someone. I want my Queen of Cups. I want this. I want the 3 cups that are behind the person in the traditional Rider-Waite version of 5 of Cups. They're knocked over. The water's spilled out. It's like no. I'm hearing like no love lost, or no love left. It's just empty. The cups are empty, but all he has to do, and all you have to do, is turn around, and you'll both see that there are 2 cups in front of you. This could also be the other strand I'm picking up on, is that perhaps some of you have been in a connection with this person before, and so those 3 cups are like where you've tried to make something work and it just hasn't been the right timing. And so those 3 cups are to do with like love lost from within the connection in the past, where it's like it didn't work. It's like you sort of tried to invest in it and it just didn't work, but this person still thinks of you as their Queen of Cups. Or they're very much in their Queen of Cups energy. They're very much in their heart. They're in that feminine, loving, nurturing energy. They want love. They want romance. They want all of that. They want that emotional fulfillment that they feel that they'll get from you. Your soulmate wants that from you. And I feel like there is hope. The fact it's saying, you pierce my soul. Like it is it's a soulmate connection. Really strong spiritual soulmate connection. And, at the moment, this waiting is causing them agony. Maybe you have said to them, like, I'll think about it or something, and that's causing them a bit of agony. But they're hopeful, and you're hopeful as well with this Nine of Wands. You're sort of, maybe I can, give in to this temptation, this heart. These 2 cards, if you look at them, are very similar. Both have sort of very goddessy energy. This one's a bit more blue and this one's very green, but it's like this temptation is towards, can I be this Queen of Cups for this soulmate, and that is for you to really go within your cave, and you'll know, because you'll be awakened. You'll receive that wisdom when you meet this person. You'll know when you meet them, because they will awaken you big time. They'll wake you up. They'll shake you up. I'm hearing like it'll be intense. You know, it's a spiritual connection. It's not for the faint-hearted. It's a cosmic connection. It's a very healing connection. Remember, with this She of the Cruach, you know, and so you'll know who this is, and you'll know if you're ready. And it will be different for everyone. And just, you know, trust yourself, listen to yourself, you know, and you will completely then just be able to go with the flow with it a little bit. You know, Queen of Cups, temptation, you know, there's a lot of like watery, flowing, just magnetic energy. You'll be magnetized, so you know, don't even worry about, oh, have I, you know, what if I don't figure it out, what if I don't know who it is, or what if I'm not sure if it's this guy or that guy, or this girl or that girl. It's like, you will know, you'll be absolutely magnetized to them. It'll be like a river just flowing together, and you'll just feel it. It will be so emotional. Okay, I feel like that is the end of the reading all about your soulmate. Who is your soulmate? So I hope that helped. Please leave a comment below if it resonated. I would love to hear your feedback if any of this resonated. Otherwise, see you on the next reading. Bye, my loves. Hi, beautiful souls who picked pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So if you picked the Rose Quartz Tarot, the Rose Quartz Crystal, then this is your reading about your soulmate. So I've picked a card from the Jane Austen deck, which is basically all about the connecting energy between the two of you, and the energy that kind of signifies or is basically signifies your connection between you and your soulmate. So for your pile, you got the Four of Clubs here, which is all about it's the Four of Wands in the traditional deck, and it's all about stability, security. Sometimes it can be referred to, in some circles it's referred to as like the twin flame card, but my feeling is actually it's more to do with like a very strong foundational card. You know, it's a connection where there's a very strong foundation. So this could well be, for example, the person that you marry. It could be someone you're already married to, you know, because my energy, I felt like intuitively the energy for this power is you are already in a relationship with your soulmate. But if not, then it may be that, you know, you might already be in a very stable, secure, grounded, you've created a good foundation already. So it may be that you've created a foundation through a friendship with them, or it may be that you have created even just some kind of connection with them. It may be that you've started dating, but you've already even quite quickly got a really good foundation for a strong future. So well done you. So that is your energy for the connection. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards. So I feel like this is quite a fun part because I was guided to pull the movie tarot, which is a new deck. So apologies, I may need to check some references for this one because I do tarot intuitively. I do read tarot messages intuitively, but with certain decks, if they are new, sometimes I will check on, because the deck in particular that is used always has like its own unique messages for that particular deck. So there's no accident as to which deck is used for each pile. So for your one, it was very much movie tarot. So again, this could be a sign that this is something that maybe you work in the movies, you meet at the movies, you love the movies, both of you go to a lot of movies, or you watch a lot of movies. So if movies are significant to you, then you know that you've come to the right pile. So without further ado, I'm going to pull some tarot on. I'm going to get some tarot messages for you first, and then for your soulmate, and then what's going on with the connection. So for pile 2, what's going on? 3 of Swords. Okay. what's going on in this connection for pile 2? What's going on in this connection? Whoa. Oh, sorry. It's dropped on the ground. So we've got the World. What's going on in this connection for pile 2? What's going on in this connection for pile 2? What's going on? Whoa, that one. Strength, yeah. Okay, interesting. So I feel like, so you got the 3 of Swords off the bat. I don't think this is related to the swords are related to this connection. I feel like this is more to do with like your romantic history, or like what you expect in a connection. And with the World here, the World is all to do with you know, cycles coming to an end or a completion. It can also mean like global travel, but I feel like in this case, because it's come out next to 3 of Swords, it's actually to do with completing. This soulmate, again, it just really does back up this message of the 4 of Clubs or 4 of Wands, which is to do with your, like, this is your boo, y'all. This is, you know, this is your the person you're going to marry, essentially. Or if you're not going to get married, you're just going to live together for a really long time or create a future with them, because, you know, you're done, you're completed, you're not going through this cycle of being heartbroken again. Like, that is just done with, and you are strong. Like, you're going to have a lot of strength. You're going to gain a lot of strength from this connection, so is the other person, but you're very strong in yourself. You've suffered through a lot. You've gone through heartbreaks in the past. You know, you've completed out those cycles. You're creating a firm foundation with this person, or when you meet this soulmate, maybe you would have gone through some heartbreak in the past, like just come out of that. Maybe you're in that now, but this soulmate connection that you're going to attract, this person you're asking about, it's going to be that's going to be it. You know, that's your I'm seeing like penguins. You know how penguins kind of mate for life, and they go through all those like just really long, arduous journeys, and then they'll like the partner will come back and it will sing its little song, and the other penguin will know, you know, that's my person. And you'll know, like if you aren't already in this connection, if maybe you've met them and you're separated, or you just haven't met them yet, like you'll know, because it will just be so, like you'll just know this is my soulmate. This is my forever person. So for this pile number 2, if you pitch this rose quartz, and I feel like it's significant that we got rose quartz here, because rose quartz is all about like healing the heart chakra and finding self-love. So maybe that you have gone through a bit of a journey with that. Like maybe you've gone through some kind of 3 of Swords, like perhaps a third party situation with the 3 there, some kind of heartbreak in the past, and you need to do some heart healing. Some heart chakra healing, and like find some, you know, really strengthen and find that self-love. But I kind of feel like I don't even need to say that to you. I feel like you are already doing that, pile 2s. You're already strong, you know, you're already really strong. And you might be sitting there not feeling strong. You might be sort of weeping, because 3 of Swords can be a very, you know, upsetting time. So maybe you've just come out of that, or you've had that in the past, but you know, you are super strong. And with this like oh, let me check. Sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head what this movie is, but I think it might be Charlize Theron. No, I'm completely wrong. Sigourney Weaver as Alan Ripley in Alien. So yeah, so the keywords are fortitude, resilience, strength of mind, courage, resolve, confidence, integrity, moral victory, spiritual rectitude, endurance. And I feel like endurance is definitely linked with this 4 of Wands as well. Like this is an enduring partnership, you know, and whatever trials and tribulations you face, like you will endure things together, you know, vitality and power. So discover an inner strength and calm the internal and external demons. This 3 of Swords. Recognize the power of resilience and refuse to give up or give in. Find a smarter way forward. So yeah, again, I just feel like whatever this connection throws at you, you two will be strong enough to get through it, and this will be your ride or die person. Like this is it. I mean, if you want to if you want to get a feel for the energy, I would highly recommend, and if you are movie buffs, which is probably why I was guided to use this movie tarot specifically for my power twos, you know, you may want to watch Alien to get an idea of that energy, because that's the kind of energy that spirit, your guides are kind of saying, like, you've got to be like tough like her, like, and that will be, you know, that sort of endurance, that sort of resilience, no matter what you've been through, you know, will get you through, and will allow you to like close out this cycle that you've had in the past, you know, and really create this strong, firm foundation with this person. I'm just going to get a clarifying the World card. I'm pretty sure this is linked with the Three of Swords, but I'm just going to see if there might be any other messages related to the World. Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles. That's interesting the way it's painted on this card, actually, because you've got these two coins here, and then there's like almost like this river that's running through here. So Two of Coins, typically Two of Pentacles is about like juggling, and it's funny because I got this for the soulmate for pile 1, so there may be some other messages for you in pile 1, or there may be some overlaps, but Two of Pentacles is like, yeah, kind of juggling two different options or weighing up two different options. It's quite similar to Two of Swords in that sense. Two again, but again with coins being, you know, that's equivalent to the Pentacles, and Pentacles is to do with the Earth, and so it could be an Earth sign. Your person's an Earth sign, so Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, or it could be, or you are, or it could be to do with like you, because Pentacles is to do with money and like material things and things manifesting on the physical plane. It's like you, with the World and Two of Pentacles, you are finding a balance. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you're finding a way to balance and heal this completion, the end of this Three of Swords. You're trying to juggle letting go of the past with these past heartbreaks with this new future, this putting you know, sowing your seeds and creating this foundation, Four of Wands, and going forward with it. I'm just going to see in this particular deck, because I feel like each deck has its own little nuances in terms of the meanings of the cards, and in this case, like, there's definitely, this is a very specific deck to be guided to use. So I'm just going to see what this specific deck says with coins. So it's to do with money. Yeah, so flow of money in or out, obtaining money to survive, a happy business phase, getting what you pay for, energy fluctuations, ongoing work to launch an enterprise. But I'm drawn to the fact that it says like getting what you pay for, and with the World, which in this case is Mila, I think you say it Jovovich as Lilo in Fifth Element, which, I mean, my gosh, this is so synchronistic. Long journey, perfection, completion, conclusion. So completion and conclusion of this Three of Swords. You're coming to the end of that journey. You're, you know, balancing it. You're getting what you paid for. It's like that was like a karmic situation. You had to go through that. Yeah, okay. So I'm getting the story now. So that you had to pay it forward. I'm hearing like that there had to be some kind of karmic retribution. For some reason, you had to be in that Three of Swords situation, and heal that and go through that, because that was part of your karmic, what you had to sort of pay for in a sense. But you've completed that cycle. Yeah, and the World represents a massive achievement, a well-deserved success. Forces come together because the times and conditions are right, and the ultimate point is reached. Time for travel, adventure, and exploration. So you may well go traveling together. Like I said, for some of you, it could be the strand that this is to do with the completion of a past relationship, and the travel aspect doesn't apply. For some of you, this is to do with like this relationship is going to be a firm foundation, but also very adventurous connection. It's going to expand your horizons. You're going to, I'm hearing like push the envelope forward. So this could, this could well be both the fact that you had some kind of karmic situation in the past you had to close out, but it could also be that you are going to this connection is going to support you, because Four of Wands, foundations, laying foundations, a firm, solid foundation, a firm, like reciprocal, loving, passionate relationship. Wands being passion, love, romance, sensuality, sexuality. And then Two of Coins, Two of Pentacles, stability, security, money, finances, that sort of thing. This could be your opportunity to be very lucrative, I'm hearing, in whatever it is that you want to do. If you maybe you want to travel, maybe you want to be a travel blogger or something, and this is going to help you. This soulmate, either the person or just by virtue of being in the connection, is going to be very stabilizing for you and very lucrative for you, in that you'll be able to tap into that like inner strength, inner resources, inner abundance. Wow, beautiful. So, don't fear if you've been through this in the past, or even if you've been through this with this person before. Like maybe you have met your soulmate and you've been in a connection with them before, and it wasn't perhaps the right time, but your feeling is that you're meant to be with your soulmate. Then it could be that all that heartbreak is going to heal. It's gonna be healed. It's just divine timing. So I'm going to pull some cards on your person so we can get a feel for like what their energy is with this connection. What's going on with pile 2's person, please, Spirit, for this connection? Oh my goodness, that is just absolutely way too many cards. I'm going to put this back again. What is going on, please, Spirit, for this pile 2's person? What's going on with pile 2's soulmate in this connection? What's going on for pile 2's soulmate in this connection? They are very quiet. These cards are really big. What's going on for one at a time? Well, there we go. Okay. Thank you. The Magician. Yeah, and this is Matt Damon, because I can tell by the face, but I have no idea what he's in. So I'm going to check the movie. But Magician is all about like, gosh, you're mirroring each other perfectly, which for a Four of Wands connection is going to do. So this is likely a sort of a mirror soul connection. This connection is going to give you a lot of strength and power and vitality and forward movement. And this connection is going to activate for this person their magician self, their powerful ability to manifest. It's just, so this is Matt Damon as Mark Watney in The Martian. I hope, apologies if you're drawn to this pile and you're not movie buffs, because this is going to be a bit, it's not necessarily going to resonate as much as if you are really into these films or something. But anyway, so Matt Damon is Mark Watney in The Martian. And I'm just going to read the little bit that it says about it. So Mark Watney on simplicity in life struggles. You do the math. You solve one problem and you solve the next one. If you solve enough problems, you get to come home. Wow. Yeah. So, the key words for the Magician in this deck are the Juggler, the Trickster, Power. Again, so power. We have power with you for strength. Divine connection and inspiration, skill and talent, enterprise and initiative. Again, enterprise. You're completely mirroring each other. It could be that this is someone you've met at work, or you will meet them at work, or someone where you will start a business with them, or work together in some way, or you'll just work together really well in your relationship. But there's that sense of enterprise and initiative with Two of Coins and the Magician. So this could be, maybe your person, your soulmate, is a business owner. they run an enterprise, they're an entrepreneur or something, and that's why they're able to help you with this with your Two of Coins situation, with your money and abundance and prosperity. But anyway, the other words are mastery, willpower, self-control, diplomacy, subtlety, dexterity, leadership. So the magician is talented, a fast thinker and smooth talker with prime physical abilities. Oh, you've got a nice soulmate. Top skills let you make money, and the power to reach people's feelings completes your aces. Yeah. So I feel like, they could be making money in some kind of sphere where, they could be a life coach, or some kind of entrepreneur that helps people, though. Like, they've started some kind of enterprise that, maybe creates programs, or like personal development programs, or training, or like helping people in some way, some kind of like, consciousness raising thing. So something that help, or they could be like a, psychotherapist, or they do some kind of program that helps people process, well, not program, but like, they do some kind of work, or they run their own business where they help people, process their feelings and find empowerment within. So, I'm definitely picking up a sort of almost like a life coach type vibe, or a coach, or business coach, or even school coach or sport coach or something. But they're very powerful. They have a lot of initiative. So yeah, you might want to check out that film if you want to get a bit more of a feel for the energy. What other cards have we got for pile 2? Well, oh my goodness, that is just too many. Sorry, Spirit. I've only got so much time. Pile 2, what is going on for this person? The Empress. Wow, beautiful. Empress energy. So this is Liz. Oh my gosh, I've completely forgotten her surname. Not Liz Tyler. Card number 3. Sorry. Cleopatra, of course. Elizabeth Taylor is Cleopatra, yeah. So, I mean, this is all about, the ultimate matriarch, isn't it, really? It's I mean, even without having seen Cleopatra, we all know from, like, the cultural archetype that is Cleopatra, that this is, the queen. She is the shizzle. She is, just the absolute empress kind of thing, and I'd say the absolute empress is literally the empress card. So it's all about, the empress is all about, the like an alchemy of the 4 queens, like the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles, all mixed in. So all their attributes, so it's the brains, it's the beauty, it's the love, it's the groundedness and ability to manifest and create prosperity and abundance. It's all of those things. Just a commanding presence over, like, emotions, over her thoughts, and just being like the absolute bomb queen, really, isn't it? So that is how your person sees you. I feel like they view you as the Empress, or that's going to, like, activate that Empress. This connection is going to activate that Empress energy within you. So I'm just going to pull what is going on for pile 2. Pile 2 soulmate. What's going on for pile 2? Oh my gosh. I'm going to take this top one. Okay. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, new beginning. Yeah, they want a new beginning. They want a stable, and coins being, again, like we said, Pentacles, and Pentacles being the slowest moving deck in all the different suits, and it's all about, like, the earth and things actually happening on the earth plane, and perhaps being a bit slow moving, but because it's Ace of Coins, it's Ace of Pentacles, and that it's a new start that's going to last, that's going to be creating a really good, solid, stable, Pentacles, earth, stable foundation forever. A lucrative foundation, a foundation that will create abundance in the future, an investment. They see you as worth investing in. They see you as worth investing in a new beginning with you, Ace being new beginning. They want to have a new beginning. They want to invest in you. They want to put the work in. They want to sow those seeds and see it manifest. this might not happen super fast. They might then, it's not that like Ace of Wands, like Ace of Fire, like, oh, it's like a passionate fling. No, they want something stable. And being perhaps, you know, some kind of business owner or something like that, or having that type of energy, you know, they might not necessarily be a business owner, but they have that entrepreneurial spark perhaps. You know, they are looking at what they can invest in long term. You know, they're very conscious of that, and they see that happening with you for sure. Okay, I'm going to pick some oracle cards for each of you and see what energy is going on. What animal oracle card? What animal oracle card have we got for pile 2? What animal oracle card for pile 2? And an animal oracle card for pile 2. I'll take the top one. Yeah, so fish. Yeah, swimming upstream kind of thing. Well, I feel like yeah, this is interesting. This is, I feel like you you are like that fish that swims on upstream, whereas if you turn around and go downstream, you'll have the moon is down here, this crescent moon, which is like your new beginning, or your new, like a crescent moon is symbolic of, you know, start of a new moon cycle, but the moon being about feelings and emotions. And it could be, I did pick up quite a, you know, this could be, you know, this is not gender specific, so either you're a man or a woman, but you, or male or female, but you have been in perhaps quite, or you're in perhaps quite masculine energy maybe, pile 2s. You know, with this strength card with Eileen Ripley from, you know, Alien, she was real, you know, I mean, she was strong and feisty and sassy and everything, and you know, but quite in her masculine power. So, you know, I feel like there's a need to perhaps like turn around as the fish and swim downstream and go with the flow of your emotions, and you know, connect with your emotional self, and just generally the guidance of fish is go with the flow. You know, flow downstream with the current, and things will come to you. You know, flow with your emotions, and things will come to you. Heal this 3 of Swords. Heal any heartbreak that you've had in the past. You know, and this connection will come to you if you're not already in it at the moment, or you want to, you know, evolve it to the next stage perhaps. Maybe you have already laid this foundation a little bit, but to really come into this Empress that your person sees you as, you know, it's all about, yeah, needing to kind of go with the flow, needing to swim downstream. And your person's energy is represented by the gazelle. Yeah, so the gazelle is all about kind of being really like, gazelles tend to be like very much like on that like high alert for, like, they can be a wee bit skittish, but they're just alert for any opportunity. So I feel like in this case it's kind of like the gazelle is poised. Gazelle is all about being poised and being ready, kind of ready to run or ready to strike, you know, just in a very elegant, poised way. Your person is just, they're just waiting for their sun, really. They're waiting to like catch the fish is what I'm hearing. Like they're waiting to catch you. They want to catch you for sure. They want this new beginning. They want to invest. But they're in this like gazelle energy of like, I'm just gonna stay here. I'm just gonna sit, but I'm poised. You know, like this gazelle's looking like, you know, really, really alert with the ears up and the eyes wide, just like, is it time? Is it time? Kind of thing. So I feel like they're ready. You know, your soulmate is ready. If you haven't met them yet, or you've just met them and you're not sure about having a connection, they're ready to lay this foundation. I'm going to pick some fairy cards. Can I have a fairy card for pile 1, please, Spirit? Can I have a fairy card for pile 1? card for pile 1. Whoa, there we go. Okay. Wow. Yeah, so interesting. Yeah, I do feel like with pile 1s, you know, you may be female, but you may be more in your masculine energy, or you know, or maybe that you're male. But we got the himself card, which is sort of two things. It's kind of that, very much that like masculine energy, you know, literally that sort of yang energy, you know, sort of healthy divine masculine energy. But it's also kind of just the energy of like authenticity and being like himself is like he is himself. It's all about being yourself. He is himself. You know, and so this is your energy, pile 1. You know, so this is all about like you needing to fully be yourself and be strong in that, like find that strength within yourself, or like strengthen your inner himself, strengthen your inner masculine, your inner healthy masculine, your inner like sense of protection, and so forth, to then magnetize in this soulmate connection if you're not already in it, or just find that balance within, again, you know, being Libra season, and this card being all about, you know, sorry, this reading being all about balancing and harmonizing, you know, in order to magnetize in your soulmate. It's just very much about like harmonizing that gorgeous like divine masculine energy within, like tapping into that divine masculine energy within, you know, like if you are wanting to call this soulmate in, you know, or if you've been thinking about that kind of thing, or what, you know, presumably if you're watching a reading like this, you are thinking about, you know, love and romance and a soulmate relationship, and you'd really like that. So like how can you show up for you as your person? You know, how can you be like, you know, say if you're, and again, like I say, this doesn't have to be, you could be a male looking for a female or vice versa. So himself is not, it's not gender specific, it's the energy. So you could be a woman looking for a man, or a woman looking for a woman, or whatever, or vice versa. But it's the energy of like, if you're in your feminine, then you're looking at creating a healthy, balanced inner masculine. And how can you do that if you're looking for your counterpart, like, and vice versa as well? You know, if this person, if you're the feminine maybe, and you're looking, if you're the masculine and you're looking for your counterpart, how can you bring in the feminine qualities? You know, because I am feeling like now with this Magician, you know, this person was sort of perhaps doing some kind of enterprise or business or some kind of work, perhaps that involved, you know, and they're also helping people with feelings and things like that. You know, that they're a master of all of that. They are an alchemist, you know, a healer, something along those lines. And also with the Empress, this could also be their energy as well, as opposed to just how they see you. So they're very much in their feminine power too. So it's a case of finding that balance. So like, how can you find your inner masculine, your like magician self, or that strong self that takes initiative, that is protective of yourself and your energy and your time, that is takes you know, is mastering, you know, whatever skill it is in your life that you want to bring forward, is going after your authentic goals and dreams and actually making them happen, like, you know, taking action, you know, all those masculine qualities. Like, how can you know, and you need to tune into where you're at on that. It might be that you're too far down that rabbit hole, or too far, not rabbit hole, but, you know, too far on that spectrum of overdoing the masculine, and you need to come more into your feminine. Or, you know, but I sense that more likely you need to come into a healthy, balanced relationship with your inner himself, your inner masculine self. So that's the guidance from the fairies with the himself card. And then I'll pull a fairy card for your person, for your soulmate. Can I have a fairy card for pile 2 soulmate? Can I have a fairy card for, sorry, I'm going to start that again. Can I have a fairy card for pile 2 soulmate? Can I have a fairy card for pile 2 soulmate? Whoa. Oh, goodness. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, so, oh, that gnome, yeah. So this card is all, it's all about like making things happen, getting things sorted, getting things organized, dotting I's and crossing T's. You know, it can be a card of someone being a bit frustrated, but just, you know, it's kind of a card of I'm hearing like someone keeping an eye on things. So this person, this soulmate of yours who is who's signified by this like gnome-like creature, he's, you know, when you meet him or when you're together, or you'll know if you're already together, he's keeping an eye on you, you know, like he's helping you get shit sorted out. Excuse the French. He is helping you like take action on your goals and make things happen and go flow downstream and like have the strength to and the tenacity, I'm hearing, to you know, like really make your goals happen. Because that gnome is all about, you know, he's quite like, you know, he's not necessarily like disciplinarian, but he's going to like, you know, be like, come on, have you done this, have you done that, like, come on, let's get this sorted, let's grow, you know, lay this foundation. So you'll kind of know, and that could well be the case if this person is someone who, you know, they're very successful and they run their own business and they're going to help you with, you know, money and you know, or prosperity, or creating a better foundation for yourself, you know, creating some kind of business for yourself maybe, or you'll go into business together, and this person's this sort of like, you know, a bit of a, not necessarily like a taskmaster, but they're just going to keep you in line. They're going to like, you know, be like a bit of a like I'm hearing like almost like a fatherly, almost grandfatherly, like a good-natured masculine kind of guiding force for you to, like, you know, help you create those things in your life that you want to do. So very supportive, very protective energy there. So I'm going to pick one of these Kim Krans archetype cards for what is the archetype for your connection. So, oops. Okay. The animal. Yeah, so this is all about, like, again, I feel like it's a little bit similar to the gazelle card in that it's like that animal instinct to like know when to act. So the animal is all about like our instinctual self, our like wild, natural, instinctual self that we have. You know, that often in the Western world we've been trained to forget. We've been trained to forget our animal bodies. We associate with our minds. You know, we don't connect with our bodies anymore, and so, you know, it's really important to for both of you, because this is the archetype that the both of you, that's symbolic of your connection, you know, to let go of the, I'm almost hearing like the striving for success. So, you know, this could be with this Two of Coins and the Magician and Ace of Coins here, that there's like perhaps a little bit too much focus on power, status, money, work, getting the job done, you know, with that gnome, you know, with sort of masculine concerns. There might be an overdominance of yang that both of you express. And again, if you with the Two of Coins, if you did meet at work, or you both are like maybe workaholics, or you both start a business together and you're working really, really hard on it or something, there's this need to just return. I'm hearing this sort of healing energy between the two of you, and you'll find this, you know, is to return to yourself, your animal selves once in a while, and just come back to earth, ground yourself in the earth. You know, remember that you are, you know, spiritual beings having an experience in a physical body, and to enjoy that experience and you know, follow those instincts, you know, be your animalistic instinctual selves, and with the eye, with this sort of blue eye in the middle. Yeah, it's sort of like it's like to do with authenticity and because the blue is linked with like the throat chakra and expressing yourself and expressing your authentic self and expressing like your animal self, your instinctual self. So there might be some energy between the two of you of like, you know, be instinctual with each other, be instinctive with each other, be your true selves, express your true selves. You know, don't hold back. Yeah, there could be something around animal with nature. Something to do with like, maybe just sometimes the two of you might need to, if you are like, you know, movie buffs and you're working and you're starting this business and stuff like that, there might be a need to like go into nature to kind of like balance out that like perhaps an over dominance of like mind energy, or you know, the work that you put in to both your businesses or yourselves. You know, really just, it'll be very healing for you to go into nature with these flowers and things there and just notice, you know, like have that mindfulness like animals do, just like, you know, noticing the flowers, smelling the flowers. That will be very healing for you and very connecting for you both. So yeah, so that is your so where are we? I'm going to put this down here for you. That is your archetype card. I think that's the end of your message. I don't feel like there's any more that Spirit needs to share. I hope that resonated for some of you. Please leave a comment below if it did. I will be uploading more readings over the next month, so keep an eye out on the channel. Click the subscribe button and you'll see when more readings come out. Thank you so much for listening. All my love. Bye. Hi there, Pearl 3. So you've got a cat, a little Miley cat that's just jumped up here, so you might hear a little bit of purring for your reading. So if you picked this gorgeous green zoisite, sorry, I'm not quite sure how to say that, Crystal. I think it's zoisite or zoisite. This is your reading. So the overarching energy, so I pulled a Jane Austen card for each of you, and the overarching energy for your connection is the Four of Hearts or Four of Cups in traditional tarot. And in this deck, it's shown with the Jane Austen deck, it's got Colonel Brandon from Sense and Sensibility, and it's kind of an energy of like he is. Oh, he's holding a book with little love hearts on. That's really cute. I've just noticed that. But, you know, how he was always very attentive to Marianne and reading to her and just, you know, given to very serious and grave, like, contemplation. You know, he spoke, like, really slowly and very carefully. And he was just very gentle and careful soul. So, you know, this could be the energy of your soulmate. They are a bit like a Colonel Brandon type character. If you don't know the story, then I highly recommend you watch the Sense and Sensibility film. Or read the book, or you could just look up, you know, description of that character. But essentially, it's all about this is sort of the overarching energy of your dynamic Four of Cups. So yeah, there's just this need to sort of contemplate, or this sense of like gentleness and contemplation, and like a slowness and but I'm hearing like a can't get my word out, a surety. Like surety. There's a surety to your connection, to the energy of your connection. So that is the overarching energy. So I am going to pull, I've been guided to use the Wild Unknown Tarot deck for you. So I'm going to pull some tarot messages for you and then for your person, and then see what's going on in your connection, and then also pull some oracle cards at the end. So starting off with you. What is the energy that's going on for pile 3, Daughter of Pentacles? Lovely. So yeah, you're pretty stable, pretty steady, but you are going yeah, you're the daughter, you're the princess of the deck. So it's like you're not fully in your sovereignty yet. You're not a queen of this Pentacles, and it's symbolized by this fawn. So there's this slightly innocent energy to you. There's slightly, I mean, again, very gentle, very calm, but like you're not sort of a full deer yet. You're kind of just still starting out in something. So it could be that you're kind of younger, maybe, or you're younger than your soulmate, or you know, you're just a bit innocent, or you're taking this connection slowly. You know, Pentacles is the slowest moving energy. It's related to Earth energy, so it's the slowest moving energy in the deck. So in relation to love, like in terms of that energy applying to love, it's all about, you know, let's just put one foot in front of the other. It's that very, like, I'm seeing that very sort of Taurus energy, or, you know, it could be that you're an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and you're just, you know, it's like, let's just sow some seeds, and like, let's just take this connection really slowly. So that's kind of where you're at in regards to things. Can I have some more cards for pile 3? Some more cards for pile 3. That's too many. Can I have some more cards? Where is pile 3 at in regard to this connection with their soulmate? Oh wow, High Priestess. Yeah, so you're very intuitive. You know, you're very intuitive, and you'll intuitively know who this person is, or who, you know, when you're in this soulmate relationship. And it may be that you're already in it, or you're friends, or you're just taking things slowly, you're maybe dating, or you are already in a relationship. But, you know, you're very, very intuitive. And if you rely on your intuition, you can't go wrong. You know, you're very powerful. Your intuition is very, very powerful. You're ruled by this, like, moon here, and this sort of animal instinct. You know, the tiger knows when to run, you know, it knows when to look after its cubs, it knows when to go after food. You know, it's very instinctive. So you're very, very like a master of your intuition. You know, you could be doing some kind of, you know, with this almost like crystal ball in front of this tiger. It's like you could be doing that type of work. You could be another tarot reader, or looking at getting into something like that, or you do some sort of intuitive psychic work, or some kind of shamanic type work, something like that maybe. Can we have another card related to pile 1 in this connection? Another card related to pile. Son of Pentacles. Wow, so you've got 2, which is a real balance. You know, you've got Daughter of Pentacles and Son of Pentacles. So you've got these 2, like a counterbalancing energy within you. And again, Pentacles being Earth, slow moving, you know, plodding, like putting one foot in front of the other. So but the Son of Pentacles is a bit more, there's a sense of it being a little bit more of a, almost like skeptical energy. Like you can see he's kind of looking down here, and he's like, if I just keep pushing forward, I might be able to make something happen. But you're not quite sure if it is, but there's a need to sort of trust your intuition here, because, like things might just be a bit slow, that's all. And it might be for both of you that you're a bit slow. I'm just going to get a clarify card on that Son of Pentacles. Why is the Son of Pentacles here for pile 3? Three of Cups and, whoops, 6 of, I think that's Wands. 6 of Wands, I think that's Wands. 6 of Wands. Which is this butterfly. Okay, so this slowness or pentacles, like slightly plodding, careful, contemplative energy that you have, or that the connection has, might be because you've been in a bit of perhaps conflict with this. There's a lot of like darkness and bramble and like you know, almost like confusion, but you've come out of that. You're this butterfly up here, and you're being like protected. You're moving away from like six of wands in the traditional deck is like moving away to sorry, no, that's Six of Swords, but it's like getting above a challenge. You know, it's getting to higher ground. You know, so this connection is going to be very uplifting. It's going to bring you to this like you know, I mean, butterflies are to do with a symbol of rebirth and you know, almost like a spiritual awakening, or like, you know, going from the like caterpillar self or the chrysalis self to this beautiful full butterfly self, your authentic self. So this is going to be very like activating for you, and pull you out of whatever this situation has been in your past. And then we've got the Three of Cups here as well. So it really is going to be such a beautiful connection. There's going to be a lot of celebration. Three of Cups is all to do with celebration. And just very warm. There's a lot of warmth with the sun and the like orange under here, which is sacral chakra, and then yellow with the solar plexus. So it is a lot to do with like yeah, you rising up to this higher ground, having this celebration, having this like warmth in your life, and this being able to shine your light, you know, yellow being the solar plexus, being able to be your true self, be your authentic spiritual self, you know, and with High Priestess being your very intuitive self. But there's perhaps either a need to take things slowly, or you are just, you know, wanting to take things slowly, or the connection is going slowly. I'm going to pull some cards for the energy of your soulmate. What is going on for... I'm just going to take the top one for now. So we got the Empress. This is interesting. So your soulmate is in this Empress energy. So there's a bit of an imbalance here then, with Daughter of Pentacles on this side and Empress on this side. This person is really... your soulmate is really in there like divine feminine, you know, and this could be either man or woman. It's just, this is the energy within them. They're kind of awakened to their full selves. They're, you know, maybe that they're a bit older than you, just like Colonel Brandon was older than Marianne in Sense and Sensibility. You know, so, you know, there's a lot of pink and then purple around the outside. Purple being, you know, the seventh chakra, this a color of spirituality, sovereignty. So I'm just going to see if there's any more cards for your person's energy. So your soulmate, Pile 3 soulmate. Can we have some more energy for Pile 3 soulmate, where they're at with the connection? Oh, beautiful. The Lovers. Gosh, you just can't get better than that. That is absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, the Empress, the Lovers, I mean, they're really in their full feminine power, or you know, they're very balanced in it. I mean, the Empress is like a conglomerate, or a mix, a fusion of all the queens. So she's Queen of Cups, which is the queen of emotions, Queen of Swords, which is the queen of her mind, Queen of Pentacles, which is the queen of like her manifestations and her money and that sort of thing on the earth plane, and Queen of Wands, which is like her passion and her drive and her fire, you know, she's I mean, it's self-explanatory. The Empress, it's an empress of a nation, you know, the absolute queen of something, and in this deck it's symbolized by, you know, someone like quite a mature tree. So I do feel like this person is quite mature, and if they are a man, they're just very balanced in their feminine self. They're very strong in their feminine self, but this could be a woman, of course. Either way, take what resonates. With the Lovers here, it's like they really feel very loving towards you, and they feel that this connection is you know, like this with these two birds. I think two geese, they tend to kind of mate for life, or they migrate together. So this could be that your person, your soulmate, you meet traveling, or you do a lot of travel together, or it's just a very loving, they're like just a beautiful lover, they're a wonderful lover, or they have a lot of love for you. And oh my goodness, that is just, what incredible synchronicity. So you got the daughter of Pentacles and the son of Pentacles. So you have a masculine feminine balance within you that's related to the Pentacles energy. So earth, and making things happen on the physical plane, and seeing physical results for the things that you plant, sort of like having that sort of innocent feminine fawn like energy, but also kind of that masculine, like, yeah, if I just keep putting one step in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, I can do it. So you're in this sort of daughter and son. So again, you could be younger than your soulmate, or you could just be a little bit, even if you're not younger by age, you might just be younger spiritually, soul-wise, younger in terms of how awake your soul is, how sort of active you are in your, being your authentic self. You might be sort of, you come out of this, whatever this sort of stage is, you've gone through your caterpillar stage, and you're now a butterfly, but you're just newly so. So you're in this quite innocent, young, still to come into full maturity energy, and your person is in the Empress and the Emperor. So your person is also very balanced with their masculine and their feminine, but in a far more, like in a mastered way. Like they're really mastered it, they're really in their full power. Look at this Emperor tree, is just this tall, like old pine kind of tree, and and you've got the sort of the red and orange and yellow colors around the sun here, like the lower chakra colors, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the solar plexus chakra, and here you've got the like pink and purple, so the upper chakras, the sixth chakra, perhaps the third eye chakra, and also the crown chakra, the sovereignty chakra. So there's this just beautiful counterbalancing between the two of you, where you're still kind of coming into your power. You've got with the Son of Pentacles and the Daughter of Pentacles. You're coming into your power, but you're still a little bit innocent. You're still a little bit not fully there yet. But this soulmate person is just going to be able to like bring you to this full, this is me, shining your light, because they are just so rooted in themselves. They're this Colonel Brandon, they're just, they've already been there, done that, got the t-shirt, gone through life school, gone through, like soul lessons, they know their stuff. They are old souls. They are wise beyond their years, and again, this could be they're not necessarily older in terms of like there's an age gap in that they're physically older, but they're just spiritually very advanced. They're spiritually older. They're spiritually more mature. They're very grounded. And you are as well with this Pentacles. You're both very grounded people, but you're just a little bit more, not quite as far. But with the High Priestess here, that's a very powerful energy to get. So you're not by any means not an equal counterpart. It's just that they're perhaps just a bit more stable and rooted, and and that'll be a beautiful counterbalance where they have this sort of maturity and wisdom, and perhaps it is from being an older in age, like, so they bring a sort of Colonel Brandon-esque, older, wiser, more mature partner, that they bring that to this, but you bring them as sort of in the way that Marianne did for Colonel Brandon, like, she lit him back up, she brought it back to life. He didn't think he could have love again. So your soulmate could very much think that, he's very wanting this love and to be a lover, and you being in this sort of younger, more perhaps more like innocent energy, you bring a lot to the table as well. Like, it's a beautiful counterbalance. So that is absolutely gorgeous. I just feel like that is incredible synchronicity, incredible counterbalance there. Put those two there. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pick an animal oracle for each of you. So animal oracle deck for pile 3. Can we have an animal oracle for pile 3? Have an animal oracle. Wow, tarantula. I'm not going to show this for too long in case some of you are scared of spiders, but I will just say that it's kind of a similar card in some ways to get to the High Priestess, because tarantulas or spiders are often to do with the divine feminine, or that sense of, you know, like a spider who, you know, she weaves her web, and then it's that magnetic energy of you just sit within your web and things come to you. And particularly being a tarantula, it's a pretty big, you know, F-off spider, right? Like, it's a pretty scary thing. But, you know, tarantulas, you know, they serve their purpose, right? Like, they have their they have things that they do in society that is necessary. So that's your energy, is that, you know, you this work that you do, this High Priestess work, this divine feminine work, symbolized by a spider, the 8 legs as well, the number 8, the number of the divine feminine. You know, it's excuse me, it's very powerful, but it's something that, like, you know, it might be that power with, you know, having this Son and Daughter of Pentacles is not fully awakened in you, but this connection, this soulmate connection, is going to help awaken that, like, that like almost like a power that you're kind of terrified of. But when you can own it, it won't be so terrifying. Like, it won't be scary anymore. It'll just be, that will just be you being in your power, and you'll be able to then, you know, step more into your Empress and Emperor nature. Can I have an animal oracle for pile 3's soulmate? Can I have an animal oracle for pile 3's soulmate? Can I have an animal oracle for pile 3's soulmate? There we go. Cobra. Wow. Powerful. Powerful, powerful, powerful. Yeah. Yeah. This reflects what I was saying before about, and I love how always the oracle cards back up the tarot. It's just further confirmation, really, of, you know, this person has been there, seen there, done it, got the t-shirt, got the wisdom, you know, and Cobra is just, you know, it's that ultimate snake. It's that Scorpio energy of snakes, all about rebirth and regeneration and transformation, you know, and, you know, we've got a double theme of transformation here with you, with the butterfly. That's also a card of transformation, 6 of Wands. And, you know, the Cobra is again, that the snake or the serpent is often symbolic of the feminine, or connected with the feminine, and the like the wisdom of the chakras, and going through the, like, Kundalini serpent awakening. But I just feel like, you know, it's like that sense of, like, this person knows how to shed their skin. They know they've gone through processes of alchemy and, like, letting go of things that haven't served, and, like, you know, becoming a more powerful self. So that's a really beautiful energy for them. Let's see. So I'm going to pull here we go. I'm going to pull a fairy card for each of you. So can you have a fairy card for pile 1? We have a, hold on, let me just, whoops. Just going to do a quick shuffle. Okay. Okay. We have a fairy energy. Whoa, there we go. The Sage, yeah. This is you, wisdom. This connection is going to very much bring you into the Sage. And this, I mean, that's so connected with High Priestess and Tarantula. You know, feminine wisdom, even though, I mean, it's a more masculine character in this card, but it is very much about, you know, higher wisdom, sharing higher wisdom, coming into your power as that, like, tarantula, like you sit there in the middle of your web and you just receive the wisdom of the universe, of the feminine, through your web, and it's about empowering yourself to be a sage and share that out into the world. So that connection is going to be, you know, very activating of that archetype, of that energy. Yeah, it's like, and he's got one eye closed and one eye open, so it's kind of like you are going to be able to see what's going on without needing both eyes open, kind of thing. It's like you are so intuitive. Pile 3 is like with this high priestess and the sage, you are so intuitive, so you absolutely are going to know you know, what to say and you know, how to move forward, and have that sort of wisdom just activated within you. Let's have a look. That there. One there. Okay. And we have a fairy oracle card for the master maker. Yeah, so this is someone, like I said, it's the same thing really. This is someone who is a master of what they do, and you know, with the emperor and the empress, it's like they have mastered, like, themselves, and they can help you in this connection with that, with your coming into your mastery and your full self, because they, with his little dude on top here and his finger pointing down, he's like, yeah, like, you know, I can help, like, I know what to do, I know where to go, I know what we need to do to make things happen, kind of thing. It's that energy. And also we've got the number 22 here, which is which adds up to 4, which is the number from this card here, 4 of Cups, and is a number to do with, like, foundations and setting a strong, stable foundation. So yeah, all the signs would point to, you know, this person, when you meet them, or the soulmate, if you're not sure who it is, they, you know, they might be older than you, it might be something like that, but they're masters at what they do. They're a master, you know, it could be in their field of work, you know. I mean, Colonel Brandon, for example, was in Sense and Sensibility, was like the top of his rank, you know, so it could be that whatever job or work or field that he's been in, or she's been in, you know, this person is just, they've reached mastery of it. So you're going to know your soulmate by that sense of mastery. But my feeling is it's more to do with, like, that might be the case for perhaps their career life, but they've reached a sense of mastery within themselves as a soul. And so they're in this, like, perfectly balanced Empress, Emperor, you know, masculine, feminine to the fullest, you know, mind, body, spirit balanced in the masculine sense, mind, body, spirit balanced in the feminine sense. They've fused it together. They've gone through, you know, shedding skins and letting go of things that haven't worked, and they're just so powerful. You know, perhaps more practical than you're, perhaps more on the intuitive realm. They're perhaps more on the slightly more physical, you know, with these 2 trees here. This could be an earth sign as well that you're dealing with. You know, Colonel Brandon, or this character being in a garden here. But I think you know, you're very much there's a sense of, with the High Priestess and the Sage, you're very wise, you're very intuitive. So you might be younger with this Son of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles kind of duality thing you've got going on. But you're also very wise and you're also very intuitive. So even if you are younger, or a younger soul or something, you're still, there's still a lot of wisdom that you can bring to this connection, and that this connection is going to awaken in you. And the power to really become your priestess self, your use that intuition for something, but there's a need with the tarantula to kind of really face your power and own your power, I feel like. And this person, and I think this person's love and connection to you is going to help you do that. I'm going to finish up with an archetype card for what archetype this connection is embodying. So what archetype do we have for this soulmate connection? What archetype? Do we have for this connection? Whoa, there we go. The dead end. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so don't fear. I don't sense that this is like, oh, this is going to be a dead end for me. Like, oh, this person I've been connecting with is like, that's just a dead end road. It's like, this is the end of looking. This is the end of searching. This is the end of it's like you've reached the end of the road of that, and this is the ultimate connection you're going to have. It's the ultimate the final stop, the final resting stop. I'm just going to check in the book and just see if there's any additional messages with regard to Yeah, okay. So it could be that things are at a bit of an impasse between you in this connection right now. Maybe this is someone you have been with, or you've had some kind of connection before and things are at a bit of an impasse. But it's kind of saying it's to do with you've reached the last page of this chapter, and it's natural to resist, and it's very resistance and struggle even harder to make our way, to prove our point, to hold on to what was. But in this way we fight with life itself. And I'm drawn to the fact that this is sort of like maybe to do with this, whatever this dark bramble situation was for you, this dark sort of these wands, this sort of difficult period that you're coming out of, that you're being lifted out of. It's saying like the end you face is very much a beginning from a mythic perspective. So this isn't the end in terms of, oh, it's the end of the relationship or it's a dead end street sort of a thing. It's like you have to go through a sort of a bit like with the cobra and the snake. It's like all cycles in life have to go through like a death in order to rebirth. Like sometimes things look like a closed door, or things might look like they've reached an impasse, or things might look like they're so slow moving that nothing's really happening, but actually the end you face is very much beginning. There are doors opening all around you, just not the one you planned on walking through. If you are honest and courageous enough to accept, adjust and adapt, the dead end becomes known as life's beginning. So I do very much feel like that for this soulmate connection, that it will be a new beginning for you, that whatever you have and with this Three of Cups, this an absolute celebration and love, Three of Cups can symbolize marriage, so this could well be like, this is sort of the ending of my intuition, my guidance that I got through when I pulled this card was like, it's the end of the road of looking and worrying and wondering, because this is the final stop. This is your ride for life person. This is your person you're going to marry. Three of Cups can definitely be celebration of some sort of emotional celebration like that. Or if not, if you don't necessarily want to marry them, or you don't believe in that or agree with it or whatever, then just it just is, this is your long-term partner of some sort, or it's a very long-term stable relationship, and so maybe if there has been some kind of an impasse between the two of you, like, don't worry, you're going to go through that. The two of you will come through that. And I feel like with the Lovers here, there is that on the cards for you. So my loves, I'm going to leave it there. I hope that was helpful and resonated for you. Please leave a comment below, or like this video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. I will be putting out more pick a card readings and other holistic content over the coming months. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for watching. All my love. Have a wonderful week and see you soon. Bye.